son was diagnosed with ASD at 2 years old. Since then, we put him in speech therapy, and he just started OT 2 weeks ago. He will be 3 years old next month, and within a year, he has made so much progress. Since 2.5, he's learned his ABCs, numbers, and shapes. His vocabulary has also improved and can easily identify many object, animals, etc. Although his therapy has been so significant in his progress, he is very attached to me, and I have problems in therapy with parent-child separation. He will throw a tantrum, and I will have to leave him by force. He does calm down a couple of minutes later, but it's an ongoing problem. Do you have any suggestions on how to break or make easier child-parent attachment?
Yes, this is a hard one because obviously it's really hard, I'm sure, as a parent to see your child be so distraught when you're trying to leave them and you know you're doing something that's in their benefit, of course. First thing would be always front load your child with the expectations or what's going to happen. And it might be that you can just talk to your child and say, okay, today mommy's going to drive you to speech, and then you're going to play with Miss Kathy, and then mommy's going to pick you up. In some cases, just verbally isn't enough, and they also may need pictures, so almost like a little visual schedule. You can have a picture of mommy, a picture of the speech therapist, and then a picture of mommy again, and talk through with your child, like, this is what's going to happen, and I will definitely, be back to pick you up. So sometimes just that forewarning really gives child this, lowers the anxiety and gives them a sense of understanding of what's going to be happening. The other thought is potentially having some sort of transition item that the child could take with them, either from the car or the house, that they take into therapy that does stay with them since mom cannot stay. So something comforting, maybe a blanket, maybe a stuffed animal, something like that, that they get to, that you as the parent can say, okay, you're going in to see Miss Kathy now, like, go ahead, take your special teddy bear, and, I'll pick you up later. And that might help ease the separation. The other thing to think about, I already talked a little bit about reinforcement and rewards, is I would have the speech therapist or the occupational therapist have the very first thing that they do at their therapy session be something really motivating and really rewarding for your child. So then even as you're driving to his therapy, you can be saying, oh, when you see Miss Kathy today, the very first thing you're going to do is play with that Lego tower that you love to play with. And then you're getting them excited about the next thing they're doing.
Love that.
Yeah, that usually really helps. The kids that I've seen dropped off at various card centers, for instance, they get so excited about the toys they're going to play with here, they eventually just, say goodbye to mom, and mom gets to walk out the door nicely. The other thought I had was also making sure that your drop-off routine is very consistent. So kind of deciding, do you walk in, do you put his stuff down, do you hang out for a minute or two, or do you kind of just immediately say, okay, bye-bye, I'll see you later, and walk out? And whatever you decide is the best method is just being really consistent with that so that your child gets used to that routine and that pattern, and that should become, again, easier over time because they, just like with the visual schedule idea, they know what the expectation is. And then last but not least, kind of making sure that there's other times of the day or other times in a week at least that you're maybe practicing this separation. So hopefully, as a caregiver, that you do have other people that can help you out. So be it your partner, your husband, grandparent, somebody else that you can practice kind of leaving your child alone with for very short periods of time, just so he or she gets used to mommy might sometimes leave or daddy might sometimes leave, but they will always come back and get me.